Morning light filters through the mist in Northern Virginia. But the real world waking up isn't the one of people and traffic. It's the one of circuits and servers. Deep inside fortified buildings, miles of cables carry the first surge of data for the day. Behind locked doors and temperature-controlled halls, machines hum to life, whispering the language of the internet. Steel cabinets stretch endlessly, each packed with servers no bigger than a pizza box. Together, they quietly move a third of the world's digital life, streaming movies, transferring money, sending messages. An invisible pulse that keeps the modern world alive. And at the center of it all stands one company most people never think about. This company is known as Amazon Web Services, the silent backbone of the internet. Most people know Amazon for deliveries, the brown boxes, the one-click shopping, the convenience. But behind that familiar storefront sits something far more powerful. A global network of over 125 data centers spread across more than 30 regions, hosting millions of websites, apps, and databases. If the internet were a city, AWS would be its power grid. Netflix streams your shows from AWS servers. NASA stores its satellite data there. Even Apple's iCloud, TikTok, and parts of the US government rely on it. Every time you open an app, send a file, or start a video call, there's a 1 in 3 chance it's running on Amazon Web Services. Back in the early 2000s, Amazon was just an online store drowning in digital chaos. Every engineering team built its own servers, its own databases, its own login systems. They kept reinventing the same tools again and again. So the company decided to standardize everything, then asked a radical question. What if we sell these tools to everyone else? In 2006, Amazon launched S3, the simple storage service. The first scalable, pay-as-you-go cloud storage. It costs just 15 cents per gigabyte per month. That simple pricing model sparked a revolution. Startups no longer need expensive hardware or data centers. They could rent Amazon's infrastructure by the hour. Dropbox, Airbnb, Uber, Spotify all began their journeys on AWS. The cloud era had begun. Today, AWS is a $100 billion a year business. It generates nearly 60% of Amazon's total operating profit. It controls about 31% of the global cloud market, more than Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud combined. It's so vast that when AWS hiccups, the internet stutters. In 2017, a single engineer mistyped a command during maintenance, and parts of the internet went dark for 4 hours. Reddit, Quora, Spotify, all went offline. That small mistake cost the world an estimated $150 million in lost revenue. It was proof that one invisible company can shake the entire digital world. AWS's reach is now planetary. Its infrastructure spans millions of servers, connected by more than 450,000 miles of fiber cables, enough to wrap around the Earth 18 times. Each data center consumes massive energy, some up to 50 megawatts, enough to power 40,000 homes. Globally, AWS uses more electricity than entire countries like Denmark. It requires billions of liters of water every year to keep those servers cool, often drawn straight from nearby towns. In places like Quincy, Washington, the internet isn't somewhere far away. It's right next door. Residents live beside massive white warehouses that hum day and night, glowing faintly through the fog. Inside those walls, a digital heartbeat pulses, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even governments depend on Amazon Web Services. In 2013, the CIA signed a $600 million deal for a private Amazon cloud, one secure enough to hold top-secret data. Since then, Amazon Web Services has expanded into defense, space research, and even the election infrastructure. When NASA streams data from the Mars rovers, it passes through Amazon Web Services. When Netflix launches in a new country, Amazon Web Services handles the surge of traffic. If Amazon Web Services ever went offline, economies would freeze, militaries would stall, hospitals would go dark. That level of control raises difficult questions. In January 2021, after the Capitol riots, Amazon Web Services suspended the social app Parler for violating policy, effectively deleting it from the internet overnight. There was no government order, no public debate, no vote, just one corporate decision, and an entire platform disappeared. That's the kind of power AWS holds. It isn't political power, it's infrastructural power. It is the ability to decide who gets to exist online. Amazon Web Services is not just a product, it's the foundation of modern civilization. More than 80% of Fortune 500 companies use its services. Hospitals, banks, universities, defense agencies. It all depends on servers that most people will never see. The irony is, the more invisible AWS becomes, the more essential it is. Like oxygen, completely unseen but everywhere, and impossible to live without.